that would be dirt.
Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. We got some stuff to talk about. Oh, do we? What a doozy of an episode this week. We're going to get into it. That's a teaser.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, man. But before that, I have with me, as always, Dan.
No.
Tag.
I don't know how to do this.
I like to throw a curveball every once in a while. Tell us how you're doing, Dan.
I'm officially curved.
I'm officially curved.
I'm good, though. I'm great. I'm excited to be here and talk about this episode. It's going to be interesting. So, what an episode. What was it called? I don't remember, but let's find out.
Entombed.
Yeah, it's where it deserves to be, entombed.
And it should stay forever.
Forever.
Or should have never seen the light of day, just so that that's kind of giving away some, but
Oops.
whatever.
We don't care.
Also with us today is Matt.
What's up?
What's up? How you doing, Matt?
Could be better.
Could be better.
Hey, at least you're getting some more stuff. Matt was throwing out some Star Wars facts today. I just want to say, it made me very proud.
All right.
Yes.
About time.
And last but least, Nick.
And least, you mean and least. Last
That's what
and
I'm
least.
saying. No, I'm just joking.
You're an imbecile.
Welcome to the
Imbecilean.
show, Nick.
Hey.
Are you
Not
good?
happy to be here.
He cements the show. He keeps it on.
Yeah.
What am I
Keeps
trying
it on
to say?
track.
He's here.
I'm an equalizer.
Yeah, that's who you are.
You're all like happy.
I'm all
peppy.
happy,
I'm like,
joy.
I'm like normal people. Like
Yeah.
looking at it realistically.
Yeah.
You're like,
Are
I'm
you, though?
optimistic. I am pessimistic.
We're like glass half full. You're glass half empty, and together it makes stay on
And
target.
it makes a
Milk
full cup.
toast.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Makes a full cup. Together it makes a full cup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Makes a full cup.
See, and that's why we need Matt.
Full cup. There with him, it's the glass. The glass doesn't exist.
There's no glass.
There is.
Water's
no
just on the
glass.
table.
Water table.
All right.
This
Let's
is gonna
get
be
into
good.
things today. Water face.
Yeah.
Water face. It sounds
Water
like poker
face.
All right, icebreaker for today. Making it up on the spot.
Okay.
This is gonna be good.
If you could be anyone in Star Wars, who would you be?
Anyone?
Anyone, any time frame.
Anyone? Legends. Canon.
Legends, canon. But you
But.
you would have your own story, so you're not defined by what happens to them.
Okay.
Who would you be?
I don't know.
This is a real broad
Somebody.
one.
Yeah. Somebody else go first. I don't want to go first.
I'd say, like, if I didn't have to go through the same events, I'd still probably want to be Luke.
Harook.
Luke is just like
Skywalker.
the bomb. Like,
Yeah.
he's the OG. And he's kind of relatable for me in a lot of ways. You know, annoying and then became awesome. I mean, I was always awesome.
Became awesome. When did this happen?
No, but he's also like really the strongest Force user.
Yeah.
And if he gets a freaking lightsaber, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's me. What about you? You want to go?
Yeah, I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
I can
I'd
go.
probably Star Killer.
Oh,
That would be dope. I would stay
Yes.
dark though.
you'd stay dark.
Yes.
Like you could choose your own path.
Yes.
What if you like got like 3 choices and you're like, all right, this is this, like, but all the different characters, but you could choose.
It's
and
like a what if of
Yeah.
the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, that'd be
They still need to
interesting.
make it.
What
Disney,
about
call me?
Call me, baby?
No.
Oh, that got
No,
weird. It's all
weird.
right. Matt, what about you, homie?
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I'll say.
Palps.
Wait, I changed
Papa
my
Palps.
answer. I'm gonna
What?
be the Gonk droid.
Nice. All right,
So I can
Matt.
say Gonk.
Gonk. You can still say it.
Gonk. I'm Gonk Starkiller.
No,
gonna
you're
say-
Gonk. You're Star Killer pretending to be a Gonk
Yeah.
droid.
walking around in a box like Gonk.
And then a bad guy shows up, you just blow him away with the force.
Or I just
Or a good guy. What an ultimate disguise.
right. Gonk.
Just dress up as a droid and you go anywhere.
yeah.
Wow. We just
Wouldn't that be
solved the Star
something?
Wars universe.
Yeah,
All
we
right, Matt.
I'm gonna say. I'll say Anakin.
Bananakin.
Yeah.
Bananakins.
Would you be Bananakin?
Be bananas.
It's like Anakin, but he's a
be
banana.
very bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
You can only be
Banana.
called Little Annie so long before you snap. All right, Dan, what about you? Who would you be?
That's a tough one. I think I'd probably just take. Right now, I'm thinking of the Mandalorian. I'd be Mandalorian. He's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that would be pretty
dope
sweet.
He's
sauce.
still really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're the leader of Mandalore.
Yeah,
But you
Maybe.
don't know it yet.
I might be. I might end
That's
up
a
dying a
prediction.
horrible death.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of good answers, everybody. Speaking of Mandalore,
Yeah.
there's a theory that came out. Actually, we kind of had this theory, but it was nice to have it vindicated.
Yeah.
We'll give credit where credit's due, because I think Star Wars Theory, he came out with a really good
yeah,
theory in
Breakdown.
regards and breakdown, and even showed like what could be
Yeah.
evidence to back it up, and that's what was really cool.
I think it's very compelling.
It is very compelling.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, heck yeah.
This makes sense.
Which leads to question a lot of other things about Baby Yoda and
Yeah.
Grogu.
Bab show.
yeah.
If you haven't seen the trailer, check it out.
Spoiler alert.
But
You're talking
yeah,
about Mandalorian season 3, right?
Season 3, yeah. So there was a little flashback in there. I don't know how much we want to show. We got the video queued up here. But season 3 trailer for The Mandalorian, there's a flashback where another one, because there was already a flashback with Grogu
Yeah.
in, where was that? That was in
That was in Boba Fett.
Boba Fett episode
Yeah.
6 or 7.
I need to
Best
watch
episode
that
of
again.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, we need to watch that.
Yeah.
You
I need
take
to-
it was Mandalorian season 2.5 is what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
It was the teaser for season 3.
yeah, it really, and that was really good.
Yeah.
But they showed another flashback sequence. There's a little bit more going on in the trailer, and it definitely led to a lot of speculation online and got a lot of people hyped, because anything to do with the Order 66, you just
think-
get
yeah.
hyped about. You know?
Honestly, what if they did like Tales of the Jedi, but it was just around Order 66? And it shows you what
Oof.
happens to all the Jedi once Order 66 is given.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, speaking of Star Wars theory, he actually is a fan film that he's coming out with, or did a little bit of, showed that Mace Windu survived.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't
Yeah.
checked
Has
that
he?
out,
Right.
go check that out. That was really
That's a
cool.
good
Has
one.
he continued that?
He's working on it some
Okay.
more, but he did kind of like a test thing with it,
Yeah.
and it was really cool. It was
Like,
animated.
just let
but
him build his own Star Wars universe movies.
Exactly.
Seriously, I
You
mean,
know?
it's just, why have they not hired fans of Star Wars
Yeah.
to make Star Wars content?
Exactly.
Because all the people making Star Wars, for the most part, not other than Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, but pretty much everybody else that I can think of who's working on Star Wars right now is not doing the greatest job ever.
No.
I mean, granted,
There's some.
there's some, but maybe it's just who's in charge.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
but seriously, even with this episode tonight of the Bad Batch,
The
Maybe
Bad
that.
Batch.
Okay, I got
the
a theory.
theory.
I got a theory about that.
Yeah, go ahead, go
Just
ahead.
quick interjection here. Maybe the Bad Batch is referring to these episodes.
It's just
Like
bad.
they're the Bad Batch of episodes.
But they ran out of ideas, so
Yeah.
they're like, "Well, we gotta have something Star Wars
Right?
come out in between."
Exactly. But it's just
Ugh.
it's called the Bad Batch because they're the worst of the worst.
What a disservice!
Yes.
But there are moments like
like
episode 3 was
episode 3 was amazing.
Episode
was
3 was the
amazing.
anomaly. That was the good batch.
Yeah.
that was the
good
good.
the good Bad
That's
Batch.
how we should rate it.
This was like
Yeah.
This was the Bad
ugly
batch. This was the good batch episode.
Terrible batch.
the good, bad, and the ugly batch. We got all sorts here.
We did get a comment from Carla who said, "Good evening, and if I'm not sure if I would be in Star Wars, I'm not sure who I would be in Star Wars,
Yeah.
but if I could
It's a big
be
universe.
anyone, maybe Leia or Rey come to mind as possibilities."
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can dig it.
Sweet, dude.
You
What
know,
about the guy who sells death sticks? I want to see what happened to him after he met with
that's
Obi-Wan.
the fan film we should
Yeah.
come up with.
He's just like,
That's a bad. That's a robot chicken
yeah.
episode.
Did you ever
Yeah.
see that meme of
Probably not.
Juan? It's of Juan Pablo Escobar from that TV show. I can't remember what it's called.
Escobar.
But he's just standing around and like
Oh yeah.
waiting for stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
waiting
I
for
feel
something.
like that's what that guy did. He just like went home and rethought his life, and he's just sitting like at the window, like looking out.
Like Well, and because
staring.
that's all
Crossed
Obi-Wan
arms.
told him to do. He doesn't eat. He doesn't
Right,
drink.
yeah, he just
literally
rethinks
just
his
dies.
life.
The consequences of mind control.
Right.
That's what we should do.
Right.
That'd be hilarious. You want to go home and rethink your life. And
I
he's like,
wanna
just
go
goes home and
rethink my life.
he literally can't do anything else.
He's just like,
I want to eat. I must rethink my life. I'm so hungry. Must rethink my
I
life.
need a death stick. I need a death stick right now.
Rethink-
I gotta go to the bathroom. You must rethink your life.
it's like echoing.
Yeah.
It's just,
He's just like-
Obi-Wan's voice just keeps echoing in his head, and he's like,
Yeah. He's just like
tormented.
sitting there, like just beads of sweat rolling down his face. He's like, I have to poop so bad.
No. What happens is he goes home, he rethinks his life, and becomes a Jehovah's Witness, and shows up on Obi-Wan's door as a Jehovah's Witness,
Yeah.
like he's turned his life around.
Yeah.
And then Obi-Wan's like, "You want to go home and rethink your life
Yeah,
again?"
and he's like, not again.
Oh man.
No.
You took the wrong.
Anyway,
Oh my
that
goodness.
was a tangent. That was the portion of
That
the
was a
show where
big
we called
tangent.
not staying on target.
So are you going to discuss the
Yeah.
the video that we had?
We went
Sorry,
off.
yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
about that.
Go
We're
right
gonna
back
pull
to
it
that.
pull it back. Thanks, Tech Dan.
Reeling it back.
I don't know. I got it right here. This is thanks for watching. But
Oh
here's-
yeah. Ooh,
You're welcome.
Here's the scene. He's got scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where do you want to go? Want to play it
You want
from?
to just play the audio and let it roll for a minute?
Yeah, kind of.
Just yeah.
He
for a
just
second.
killed
goes back
him.
and
He's
forth
going to
there
fight her.
on-
She has a blue lightsaber. Okay,
Yeah.
so that guy falls.
Why
He's
don't you go
dead.
back
That
just-
could very well be.
Just a tad.
Oh wait, no, you're good. You're good.
Nah, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
There was
right.
this
It's
guy.
fine.
He
Cool.
just
Sorry.
killed him. He's going to fight her.
Just
She has a
listen
blue lightsaber. Okay, so that guy falls. He's dead. That could very well be this dude or
Yep.
this dude. I'm thinking it's probably this guy because the hair color or whatever looks a little different. This chick is definitely that one that he's choking out. Chokes
Yeah.
her. Then her lightsaber's gone. Starts fighting Cinderella with one hand. The master right here. So he takes one of these dudes out, takes her out, and then it's just Cinderella and maybe him. And that's what we see in this hollow recording right here.
Was that the very beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was.
The Mandalorian season.
So that is the only thing I need to see again though is Grogu even in Order 66? Is he in a pod?
I think. See, that's. I think that's him remembering it. I don't think he's in the pod.
Because I'm almost
Or
wondering.
maybe he is.
Well, I'm wondering. I'm like, was Grogu actually like a good fighter? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, was
Was
he
he
tasked
learning?
to like protect?
Right. I mean, he's a 50-year-old baby. so-
Yeah, but he's
Padawan.
yeah. I don't know. That would kind of go back on things.
I don't
but
know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
because like, are they specifically protecting him, or is he there for a reason?
Right.
Because like he can do some awesome protecting as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting question.
Or
All right,
maybe
go ahead.
they were escorting him away, and then
Yeah.
the door started getting sliced open.
Which then begs the question: why was the best lightsaber fighter, other than like Count Dooku and Yoda,
Mm-hmm.
the trainer, the one who taught everybody how
Yeah.
to do lightsaber,
Literally the master.
the master swordsman or whatever, lightsaber man,
Duelist.
duelist? Yeah. Why is he protecting Grogu? They haven't given us a reason for why he's so
Right.
special. So
Well, maybe it was just, he got that group of students together because they were just going to leave. And
Yeah.
then, Anakin
he seems
shows
like
up
the
and
kind of person.
wrecks
Like if
shop.
you're the duelist, like if you're better than literally
maybe he's
everybody else.
maybe he's trying to tell them where to go.
Yeah,
Like,
he
you
could
need
be.
to leave. And then they're like, no, we're going to fight.
Or he's just trying to join like forces, trying to get a good force
Yeah.
around him so that they could fight who's coming in.
Yeah, like the...
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would just leave.
Yeah.
Like he seems like the one who would fight to the death.
He would be organizing the, telling them to leave.
Right. Because obviously if he's trained every like Jedi for a long time in
Yeah.
the way of lightsaber combat, he would be the one to stick around and people would listen to him on like
Yeah.
fighting back.
He's like the highest rank there.
Right. Yeah,
right now,
probably.
at that point.
The boss man.
Also, the one thing you never hardly ever see in Order 66 are the Jedi Temple guards. Fighting.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Because they're there.
Like, did they turn?
Well, we know one of them.
We know one
did.
of them did, but did,
Yeah.
did they get to the rest of them?
Maybe.
That'd be
Tough.
an interesting
Or
story.
they just got cut
Because
down by
The
Anakin.
Temple guards would be the one fighting
Yeah.
Anakin
Yeah.
and like all the clone troopers because there's a bunch
Yeah.
of those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's
I
just
don't know.
another question.
Just a theory.
Sorry. Anyway, we're kind of going off. Let's get back to this video.
All right, here we go.
at the temple during Order 66, and it's drawn a ton of attention from fans all across the board. Now, the reason for that is because Order of the Jedi looks somewhat familiar. Now, I'm going to debunk a few things here, but I'm also going to talk about some theories about how this could actually possibly come together and connect to Revenge of the Sith. Do you all remember the hologram scene that we saw of Anakin choking out the Jedi during Order 66? Yoda and Obi-Wan go back to the temple, and Yoda says, "If into the security recordings you go, will you pay? Will you
He
find?"
does a good job.
And so, of course, Obi-Wan does anyways, because he says, "I have to know."
He did a lot of
Right,
practice.
so he goes in there and he sees a bunch of the recordings of
Yeah.
That was a good
Anakin
one.
absolutely just destroying Jedi
He's
from
like
Order
in Darth
66.
Jar Jar.
And in particular is one that I always found pretty freaking cool.
I still
Now we're going to
love that
break
theory.
this scene
Jar Jar
down,
is
and I'm going to tell you who he's fighting
I still
at
think
this
Jar
moment
Jar
in
should have been
particular,
the big
right
bad.
here.
Yeah.
This,
That
who
would've
he is
been- what a
fighting,
twist.
is
Yeah.
played by
M.
Nick
Night-
Gillard,
this is
who's actually the
Shyamalan.
stunt coordinator and sword master of all of the prequel trilogy. I've had a few back and forths with
That's
Nick
so
over
cool. We were
email,
saying
and we've
earlier.
discussed some pretty cool things, and we'd
Dan,
like to
you
do
were
an
saying
interview
earlier.
together. This is
pretty cool that he's-
Sindralig,
That's
played by
Sindralig.
Nick Gillard, and he is the
Yeah.
lightsaber master of the Jedi Temple. So he trained
also the stunt
all of the
choreographer
Jedi
for
in
the entire-
lightsaber combat
It's
at
just-
one
it-
point in
it
time.
works. It
So
writes itself.
he was the
Genius.
dude that you
Like,
go
that's
to
George
for,
Lucas genius
let's
right
say
there.
like
Stuff
Severus
writes itself.
Snape is the potions master, and you go to him for potions. He would be the guy you go to for lightsaber training class. And so he would train all of the younglings, Padawans, Jedi Knights, and he was revered as, like one of the best duelists because he was just so proficient in all of the different lightsaber forms. So this is who Anakin is fighting here at this moment, but if you also pay attention, he's choking out one Jedi that looks like a girl with one hand
even
while
stand a
he's
chance.
fighting Sindralig, the lightsaber sword master, at the same exact time, one-handed. And so if you ever played the Revenge of the Sith game, Anakin actually kills Sindralig by stabbing him. And of course, that's not canon now with Disney's new stuff, but it's interesting to know that that's how Sindralig went out.
Unless
Now,
they,
in
unless
this
they show
scene,
that full scene and he does that.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Did you guys
But he's
play
fighting
that
Jocasta
game?
New there too.
Yeah.
I never played that game.
I never did either. Maybe like briefly. I didn't
Okay.
beat it though. I know there's an ending where you can actually
game?
Yeah, you can actually kill Obi-Wan.
What?
Yeah. Instead of him like cutting off
Oh, your legs.
his legs and stuff.
Oh my
yeah, you
goodness.
you actually like jump up behind him and then stab him.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And
So
I was
it's-
like,
So he's
in
obviously a
Mandalorian,
rep shop.
where we
What?
see these 4 Jedi. This
that's
to me
the
looks like a girl,
Image from the trailer.
yeah.
Yeah.
and she has a blue
Which is
lightsaber.
also-
This here is a green lightsaber. This
These-
looks like
this is actually
Sindralig.
another-
This is
it's a
Sindralig
rehash
with
of
a
the
green lightsaber.
flashback
However,
that he had.
Right.
that
I was gonna
Grogu
say I
had.
actually
Right.
pulled up the
And see-
flashback.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude, pull that
So-
up. I want to see that.
This is the Rio flashback.
Oh, so he is in something in that flashback.
See,
oh,
there's
he,
only 3 of them there.
he is in a pod in that flashback, but
Yeah.
there's only 3. So was the other one killed off, or is he somewhere else? But
Yeah.
if they
Gotten
fought,
there yet?
No, he
Yeah.
has because the
let's
door is sealed in the other one. And there's 4 people.
we also don't.
Right, but I'm saying like they seal it after they fight off the clones. Then Anakin came, and the 4th guy came,
Right.
and then he breaks in.
Right. So this
Maybe.
could, but no, actually in this thing
So
they
he's in the
show
pod,
they
yeah.
show the Jedi getting shot and killed. don't
But, yeah,
they? Yeah, watch through this. So if that's Sindralik, which maybe it's not, maybe it's a different Jedi.
I think it's.
But that
It
means,
would make sense.
But then how would this line up with Anakin killing them? You know what I mean? Like that.
no, that's what he's saying. Like he doesn't think that Anakin kills Sindralik. Maybe what we're seeing is just the clones coming through.
Yeah, but how in the heck would he have? Like,
Did they-
Sindralik got past.
Did they talk about that
Anakin.
lightsaber?
He did. He said it's not the same lightsaber.
Yeah,
right.
it's not.
Okay, so that's the weird part.
So
So,
that's
there might
it.
just be some
There might be. He might have had different
different one.
lightsabers.
Like,
but
yeah, again, this is just a theory, a very
Yeah.
interesting theory. And
Interesting.
I mean, it could have been that he lost his lightsaber or picked up somebody else's too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
like his got broken.
Like, yeah, because this is interesting too. Because like
dropped
they
it or
point to
Yep.
Grogu.
You see the reflection in the eyes?
No,
The
what was that?
reflection.
No, I'm just wondering if that was the reflection of the eyes was the soldiers running at him. You know,
Was it sold?
Probably.
Yeah.
I
because
doubt
that would confirm. You know,
it. Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
Anakin's not even there.
it's like John
just clones.
Favreau's in the reflection.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be. Or those are different Jedi. That's the other thing. Like, I wonder if here they run into Anakin and then they
Right.
send
Unfortunately, I don't think this could.
and then they send Grogu with a couple other Jedi.
Right.
You know, and then he goes off, and then Anakin fights all them right there. And those other Jedi that we saw were different Jedi that were getting mowed down by the 501st.
Possible.
Yeah.
It could be a little thing.
Pretty
that,
horrible
maybe was
defense.
skipped
Couldn't they
over or
use the
missed,
Force and,
or
like,
he was
throw
using a
'em?
different
Yeah, I know,
lightsaber
that's
at the
like-
time.
Or
It's
throw
very
some items.
possible.
I think it's
You
just
never know.
it's
Maybe he
slow
picked up
motion,
someone
so
else's
it
from the
looks
ground because his
bad.
got
Yeah, but-
destroyed. Who knows?
But the problem I
I think
do
when it's
have
going
But
faster,
from
it's
our
like
information here,
yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, probably.
yeah, so he's talking about his lightsaber right there,
Yeah.
and that's
lightsaber is not the same. Now, he
It's not the
did have
same.
his other students with him, of course, and this lines up with this scene here.
so
Of
audio
course,
listeners,
this guy
yeah,
looks a
we're
little bit older than this dude,
showing a different lightsaber.
but this could very well be
Audio
a
listeners,
Jedi
listen with your
Padawan
ears.
or even a knight, and she could be right here next to Sin, and so could this dude and this guy, which would line up with Anakin killing Sindralig, taking out this girl, and then the whatever else he does by fighting the rest of them. That's really the only little glimpse that we ever got in Revenge of the Sith, where we got to see
Of Order
Anakin
66,
fighting
yeah.
Jedi at the Jedi Temple. I would
Yeah.
love to see more of that, and not just him stabbing
All right,
youngling Reva
Yeah,
in the.
So thanks, Dan, for getting that all ready.
Yeah,
to go.
Dan.
That's a lot of
Thanks, bruh.
but but yeah, it's an interesting theory, and I'll say the dangerous thing about showing more of Order 66 is,
You
for
can
me,
contradict yourself.
yeah, it's you got to make sure everything's lining up, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of loopholes. There's a lot of things that you could get wrong, and the more that they show Order 66, I feel like the worse they make the Jedi out to be as far as like fighters and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Like they're just getting mowed down by.
What, 10?
Blasters?
12 of
Yeah.
them?
I'm like, dude, one Jedi should be able to take
Right.
out like all these guys. Like, yeah, like
I
you're saying,
mean-
like use the Force.
But you gotta think though, like
Jedi aren't dumb.
they're feeling other Jedi, Die.
So it is messing.
So
so
with
they're
them. I
like
get that.
emotionally,
and it's a surprise attack.
yeah,
And
yeah,
even though they turned on, they were their clones.
yeah.
So that
True.
could be another part.
It's like I
Which
don't want to
could
kill
be a
you.
conflict.
Yeah,
And that's kind of how they all died for the most part in Episode 3. Like, what's
Mhm.
her name just got blown to bits.
Ayla Secura.
Yeah, Ayla
Yeah.
Secura, and then what's his name got shot
Yep.
down.
Kaedamundi.
Plo
Plo got shot down out of
names right here.
Jedi Starfighter,
Yeah,
which you never see his
Keanu
body, so he could have survived that.
He could have survived that.
Yeah.
I would be all right if they show
Yeah.
Plo Koon again.
That'd be great. He's got all more mechanical stuff on his
See,
face.
I actually think that more Jedi survived. I know
Yeah.
it kind of somewhat cheapens it, especially when Yoda says later that
Yeah.
the last of the Jedi you'll be, and everybody else like,
Right? Did you? Was that a meme that you
yeah,
sent?
I think it was a meme I
Yeah.
sent, and
It's
then
like-
it's like all the other Jedi that are
Yeah.
still alive are like, what the heck,
They're
Yoda? What are we, chop
I
liver?
guess we're not Jedi.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what do you guys think? What would you guys like to see Anakin fighting all those Jedi, and we get to see
Yeah.
that live action
Yeah.
Order
Yeah.
66
That'd be
takedown?
I would love it.
sweet.
Like I said, I
would
wish
be pretty cool.
Sick
they'd-
nasty,
if
bro.
they made a whole show about it, like all these
Yeah.
obscure Jedi getting gunned down across the universe.
Right.
I feel like they brought back Hayden Christensen and
Yeah.
Crappy Wan,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, and it was a waste because he didn't really see. You know what I mean? But if they brought him back in this, they could actually use him like they did Luke, like Luke's epic fight. Although the deep
Yeah.
fake wasn't good.
Just get.
But his
Sebastian
fight was
Stan.
really
Yeah.
cool. So if they give Anakin that kind of epic moment against these Jedis,
Yeah.
they know how to do action on Mandalorian. So that's what we want. We want to see the most epic action. That would be
Yeah.
so cool.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
It might be the finale. It might be the season finale where you get that or something.
Maybe.
That would.
I can only hope.
I'd be all right
maybe,
with that.
maybe.
I kind of hope they do it early on though, so that it gives you more of a reason to be attached to Yoda or Baby Yoda again.
Babs
to
Yoda.
Grogu.
Yeah.
Because that's what I keep wanting. I feel like they've teased Grogu being somebody special, but they haven't given us any answers.
Yeah.
And
They were just trying to make sales.
yeah, I don't think they fully knew in
Yeah.
some ways. Maybe they did, but I want more information. I'm tired I'm tired of Star Wars being filler and being
like leading up to a moment. And
Yeah,
it's
but-
like
yeah.
so close yet so far out
Right.
of reach. Yeah.
And then they can't fulfill that moment. That's
Yeah.
the problem. Whenever you give us all this preamble, and,
Yeah.
then you better make it something epic, and then they don't. That's
Yeah.
whenever it
Speaking
sucks.
of filler episodes,
Yeah,
how about Bad Batch?
yeah. I think we're gonna get to that. So anyway, that's an interesting theory. Tell us in the comment section if you What do you think? Would you like to see Anakin come back, Order 66? I think it would be pretty epic.
Honestly, I want to see him slaying some younglings. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my! Well, we did Obi-Wan. That was terrible.
Yeah,
but it was.
Did it really show it?
Yeah, it showed him literally stabbing kids.
Nah,
that was dark. Reva and Obi-Wan. I mean, another reason that show is kind of dumb when you think about it. It's like, really? You wanted to show that? Let's lead with this.
Yeah, let's lead with this.
It's like,
it's a strong
she gets stabbed, but she survives. Then we'll have a plot twist where she gets stabbed and survives later.
Right? She has an iron stomach.
Oh, it's terrible. Let's not go into that. All right. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments if you'd like to see that or not. I think it'd be epic. And then we're going to move on here to a memes of the weekses.
Week memes.
All right. And this plays right into the Bad Batch if you've seen that
really
episode.
do.
Holy guacamole.
Holy guacamole.
All right, Nick.
We've got chips.
Read this off to us.
That lightsaber. It belongs to me. It belongs in a museum. It works on many levels.
Well, yeah.
Mostly because you said the Bad Batch episode, but also he plays his dad.
Which one of the earlier episodes? Perfect.
Yeah.
One of the earlier episodes was definitely a Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when the guy who wrote this show, he must have watched like Indiana Jones like 5 times.
Oh, did he just binged watched it the whole time?
Yeah, and then he just literally took cherry picked moments and music and scenes from Indiana Jones and put them in the Bad Batch.
Absolutely.
And not even cleverly in some ways. It was bad.
No.
All right, well that's
bad.
round one.
I like
round one.
We got
What's
a
the
lot
next
of
one?
memes, and they're
Boom.
Memes.
All right, Dan, you want to read this one off?
It says every single Jedi, including your friend Obi-Wan Kenobi, is now an enemy of the Republic. That's the Emperor saying this.
Yeah.
And then the next frame is Anakin with the younglings with his lightsaber drawn. Hey, and then it's on the phone from Robot Chicken, Emperor saying, "Hey, Anakin, just calling you since I totally forgot youngling Jedis were a thing. Of course, we can just re-educate them or something." And then he's next frame. You did what?
You did what?
Right. I love that.
That whole scene from Robot Chicken is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
So funny.
You've been flying around the galaxy for weeks.
Yeah.
Must smell like warm, leathery bacon.
I love that meme though too because it makes perfect sense. Like they would want to keep the younglings
Some
and
of
just
them.
I think so.
re-educate them and make them into the Inquisitors.
Sith Inquisitors.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which
it's funny.
Did technically.
They kind of did, yeah.
Yeah, they did in a roundabout way.
All right, here we go. This one's
Roundabout.
funny. This one's a little more lighthearted.
All right, Matt, you want to read this one?
Sure. You were the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy the green, not brown, us all. You were to bring balance to the bunch, not leave in darkness. I hate you.
I hate you.
You were my brother, Bananakin. I loved you.
I loved you.
I love it.
I laughed out loud on that one.
Right.
You're my brother, Bananakin. I loved you.
And then he became
Banana Anakin.
Bananas Foster.
Anakin Foster. Wow.
Oh man.
All right.
Actually, the ripe
Oh.
version was Obi-Wan in that. That's the ripe banana. Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
the
I know.
bottom one.
The bottom
not
one.
the top
Yeah.
one.
The
Sorry.
top one's not ripe yet.
A lot of people don't know that.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I also like it when it's a little not ripe
Exactly.
because it's better to eat.
Yes.
Like brother,
I agree.
Because I don't like all these.
You don't like
I don't
the
like those dark.
Bananakin.
I don't like those dark spots.
Welcome to Stay on Target. We talk about bananas.
Banana skins.
Banana skins.
Our preferabilities.
What is your
preferences.
preference on banana colors
Preferabilities?
before you
Yes.
eat?
Is that another word you're adding to your dictionary?
Going
It's in the
straight
Yeah,
into the
preferabilities
dictionary.
right next to snarly and
And
Yeah,
what was the other
ones?
one?
We really need to
I don't
write these
remember.
down.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need a small booklet.
All right, here we go. This one's dark, but
Oh, this is so
go
dark.
for it,
It's so
Dustin.
kind
funny.
of funny.
I laughed so hard at this. I shouldn't have. I feel horrible, but all right. Anakin says, Bananakin says, "Tell me a joke, Count Dooku." Knock knock. How'd you knock? With no hands. And no head. Just zooming in on his face.
Oh my
Oh man, if you've seen episode 2, you get it.
Episode 3.
3, I meant.
That's
The beginning
dark.
of episode
Yeah.
3.
Yep. Oh man, that is dark because he chopped off his
Super
hands
dark.
and his head,
Yep.
and I just love the zoom in, and it's so evil but so funny. All right, much receipt. Moving on.
Here we go.
All right,
This
who
is
wants?
a-
Who, Dan, this is you love this one.
I don't
Do
know. I
this
just
one.
like it. It's old man Watto. Actually, it's an old lady, really, with a Watto head.
Watto.
At a clearly like a nursing home or something. He's like, I used to. Oh, how does he say it?
I used
to own Darth
Vader.
Yeah, Nick, you do it. You do the voice.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to own
That's all you
Darth
get.
Vader.
One time.
And the lady helping her, the old lady, says, "Sure, Watto, let's get you to bed."
Sure, Watto.
It's so funny.
I used to own Darth Vader.
It's a good point, really.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. That's what's so funny about it.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Nobody
Reliving
has-
the glory days of when I owned Darth Vader as a slave.
Did he
Isn't
live long enough to see him turn into Vader?
I think, yeah, Vader killed him too.
Yeah, doesn't he come back in
Or
like
is
the
that in
comics
Le-
or
or is that
something?
in
It might be
Legends?
Legends. Probably Legends.
or like a
Legends
deleted
gotta
scene because
ruin
he's.
everything.
Or it would have made sense when he went to save his mom. That he was on such a rage mode that he went and found Watto and just
Yeah.
finished him off.
Just finish
Yeah.
him off. Jedi tricks don't work on me, and he just cuts him in
Only
half.
money.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
I'm not using a Jedi trick.
Oh, here's your
Fool.
Republic credits.
yeah.
All right, was there any more? Or was that it?
Yeah, I think there's one last final.
We got a
one
lot
more.
of memes of the weeks for
I
you
don't
people.
think so. I think that was it.
No.
Oh, yeah. Windows.
Windows, Old Republic Bantha Burgers.
Mm. This is a tasty burger.
Established. What was it?
A long time
Long time ago.
Yeah.
It says
That's awesome.
"Force is our recipe."
Yeah.
So Bantha
Force is our
Burgers,
recipe.
and we said Nerf steaks in one of our
Yeah.
previous videos.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
that's
what would
good
we
stuff.
be? What
Make me hungry.
knockoff of a real life restaurant would we be?
Like our
Yeah. Nerf steaks.
steak and
Shake?
Outback Nerf steaks,
Yeah.
something
Outback.
like that.
Yeah.
Or
see that.
steak and shake. Yeah, Nerf and steaks.
Nerf
Wait,
and,
no,
Nerf and shakes.
Nerf and shakes.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really good restaurant anyway.
Nerf herders.
No, you play Nerf and you get shakes.
Yeah.
That sounds like an
You
epic
just
place.
shoot people while you're getting shakes.
It's just a war zone while you're trying to drink your shake.
You're
It's just
like-
Nerf just
just
blowing
like-
up everywhere.
yeah. Enough force that they hit the cup and
And it just explodes in your face.
And you're just like,
I've been shot.
you're just like, why?
Oh man, you can have the
Good
shake
times. And eat it too.
if you don't get destroyed in the meantime.
Yeah. You literally got to dodge.
This is a new business plan. Whoever wants to go, in business
Literally,
with us,
that
let us know.
restaurant is filthy. There's shake everywhere.
That would be dangerous too,
Yeah.
because like it'd
Also,
be slippery
Nerf
on
darts.
the floor.
Yeah. You'd have to
The
sign a
guns
waiver.
would be getting all jammed with
Yeah.
like.
You have
Can
to
you
sign
imagine
a,
if you get smacked in the face with a Nerf ball and it's like it's all covered in shakes? It just sticks to your
it's
face.
gross. You'd have to sign a waiver before you came in. We're not liable for any injuries.
And if
We
you're
will shoot-
lactose
also, we will
intolerant.
shoot you in the face.
You won't leave here alive.
Yeah. You won't be the same after this.
All right, that was the other
All
portion
right.
of the show that wasn't Star Wars based. Much to see. Moving on. So Bad Batch, episode 5, Entombed.
Yep.
We're gonna get into this first non-spoilers if we
This
can,
is exciting.
and then we're gonna go to spoilers. We're not gonna take a lot of time with non-spoilers because there's really not a lot to talk about here. Well, there is.
Yep.
But we're gonna save it.
I'm gonna say it was garbage, waste of time, and the old bait and switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
pretty much it.
We're not giving anything away
non-spoilers.
of the episode. So if you want to see the episode and experience it for yourself, go ahead, watch it, see if you enjoy it.
Be
Maybe there's
depressed.
somebody
Also,
out there who will.
very confusing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
another.
Well,
that's another
Just
thing.
nothing makes
nothing
nothing
really
makes
makes
sense.
sense, and you're just really like, why are we here?
Yeah.
Why is this? Why is this happening?
Why
Yeah.
is this extreme Black Ops team doing this?
Doing stupid
Yeah,
stuff.
like just following.
Why
Like,
are they even in this show? It's supposed to be about them, but it's really not.
there's no motivation. There's no reason for this. Things are not clearly established. The ending doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Literally, the theories when people saw the trailer, they showed something in this episode, and the theories about that were 10 times better than what this episode ended up being.
Yep.
Also, you don't need to watch this episode.
No. It's complete filler.
It
These are
doesn't do
non-spoilers.
anything.
We're not giving away anything of the episode,
but don't watch it.
but you don't have to watch it whatsoever.
Please, God, don't watch it.
Are there any redeeming qualities of this episode?
No.
I can't
well-
think of any. Like last week, well, at least we had Teo, and he was hilarious.
He was.
I don't think there's
and the racing was kind of fun, but this one, like, there's really nothing in it that there's not like. Did we laugh? Did we cry?
No.
I think I laughed more at our commentary. We should have recorded our commentary of this
That's the
episode
only time
and
we-
released that because I think it would have been funnier than the actual episode.
Yeah. It was nothing.
There was
What? Yeah, is there any
Watching
redeeming
the
qualities?
It's sad because we were like, when we predicted like the coming episodes, we were like, oh, next week sounds good because like it probably won't have Omega in it. It'll probably be because last episode they talked about Hunter and Echo being on a mission. So we're like, oh, it's probably Hunter and Echo's mission.
That would have been
That
10
would've been
times
way
better.
But it wasn't. It was
10
back
times.
to another character that we saw in the first episode.
Yeah.
And it had first episode vibes where you're like, oh, they're over explaining nothing.
Yeah.
And then they're
Repeating the same
going
thing.
places that mean nothing, doing things that mean nothing.
Yeah, there's no payoff.
Yeah,
There's-
it's
Hardly even a plot. It's just there.
if you wanted to like, I don't know. I don't think I should suggest this to anybody. It's the
No.
ultimate meaning of filler,
Yeah.
but like in the worst way. Like,
Yeah.
At
It's
least-
not even like good filler. It's just bad.
And we didn't learn anything new.
yeah, for kids, maybe
No.
kids would dig it because it's it's like, oh, it's just in and out, and there was no stakes, so we didn't have to get worried about people dying or whatever.
Right.
So
Also, yeah, the dialogue was just bad.
Terrible.
It's
Just
like
garbage.
I don't even know what happened.
Well,
It's like they forgot all their lines, and so they
Yeah.
just end up awkwardly looking at each other all
Yeah.
the time.
yeah, it was like this was filmed live and they forgot their lines
Yeah.
and they're just like,
Like, whose line is it? Line.
line?
Line?
Line? That's a good callback.
that's what it felt like. Just the Bad Batch was just standing around again.
Yeah,
How many
Yeah.
times does the
Right.
Bad Batch find themselves standing around waiting for Omega to
exactly.
decide what
Point
they
us
should
in
do,
the
or
direction.
Because apparently she's the leader and not Hunter.
she's
Yeah, it's
actually
just-
the leader.
yeah. All right, we're starting to get into some spoiler
Let's just
territory.
go into
Let's
it.
do it.
Let's get okay, real quick, I'll sum it up. Okay, so this episode, you don't have to watch it whatsoever. First off, for non-spoilers. So if you haven't seen the episode, we're not giving anything away. But it's a side mission with a basically brand new character leading the way that doesn't make any sense. They don't explain the character. It's all exposition in the beginning, and it's
Exposition about useless stuff.
useless stuff, and it's very annoying. And nothing to this episode.
There's no payoff.
There's no payoff. There's no meaning. The only thing I could say, is unless they can tie back to it somehow later on
Right.
in the season, which I highly doubt they'll do, especially with how they explained it.
Well, and
Bad
how
Batch-
it ended, they can't.
Well, yeah, unless
I
it's
don't know.
like the technology or something like that, without spoiling anything. They kind of like said some stuff in it, but anyway, we'll get into that spoilers. But yeah, they go on a side mission. They go to a new planet. It's
Forgettable.
forgettable.
The
You
whole
don't need to
thing's
watch
forgettable.
it. They're all there for the most part. So yeah, this is a bad batch. Bad batch.
This is when
Emphasis on the bad.
this is when like you get together like, yeah, we're excited for the new episode, and then you're like, oh my gracious,
Yeah,
I need to
okay.
bleach my eyes.
it's the opposite of episode 3. The
Yeah.
opposite.
The
Yeah.
exact
Opposite.
opposite.
3 was the best ever. This is the worst ever.
This
Yeah.
is the worst
So
episode
far,
of
probably.
the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't even worry about it. I mean, you can watch it and you can rant with us because we're about to rant in 5 seconds. Okay.
Ranting.
If you haven't seen the episode, tune away now. Or if you really don't care, because it's really not going to matter.
Yeah.
We're gonna rant about this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stupid.
So dumb.
Stupid.
I hate this episode.
Oh, God. Like, it goes nowhere.
Pain and misery.
There's literally no reason this episode should exist at all.
The bad.
Nothing. There's no exposition that makes any sense in this episode. Like, it's all just nonsensical stuff.
Yeah, and we're gonna be
Like stuff we don't even care about. We're like, okay. You keep name dropping like we're supposed to know what this is.
right.
You know?
Well, we're not going to be necessarily politically correct or whatever some woke idiots out there think, but I mean, they introduced this new character. What, like was it the first episode?
I think so.
Of this
Who is it? It's
season?
Wanda Sykes. Her name in
Fee.
the show is Fee.
Spelt differently.
She's just as annoying as Sid, if
Yep.
even not.
It's
even
literally
more
the same-
so.
it's literally the same character.
Yeah, we
Same
can't get
character.
away from Sid,
Except for
is
she's
what
a
it
black
is.
woman, so she can never do anything wrong.
Right.
And that is like the premise of this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Omega and her, and the Bad Batch
Featuring the Bad Batch.
They're
just backup singers.
Yeah.
It was a huge bait and
Backup
switch.
dancers. Backup just,
They're just there.
sign
just-
language
They're
people.
just like basically
Yeah.
they're like bodyguards at this point.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're just there to protect
Well,
them.
that's
in
what
some
they
ways.
were last episode.
yeah. That's
They
what they
literally
are
called
all
the
of the
bodyguards.
episodes. Yeah.
They literally.
Yeah, you're
I needed
right.
bodyguards.
This is not a show about the Bad Batch anymore.
It's not.
This
It's-
is a
that's what I
show
said.
with the Bad Batch.
That's why I said it was a bait and switch episode.
Well, and you're 5 episodes in,
Whoa.
and you're basically got 1 episode out of the 5 that did anything to move the Bad Batch
Yeah.
storyline forward,
We didn't
or
even
do
involve
anything
the
like
Bad
you
Batch.
expect the
getting,
Bad Batch to do.
I'm getting recalls from, I think it was episode 3 was the good one, right?
Yeah,
I
episode
think
3
it was
was
the
the
second
good
one. Is when Hunter, or who is it? That he's like, what are we even doing here?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
are we doing?
Like,
Like, why aren't we hitting bigger
targets?
targets?
Yeah, that's the line.
Literally, that is the whole.
Like we could be doing
premise of
so
this
much more for
episode.
the galaxy. That's what
Yeah.
they're talking about.
Yeah.
But instead,
they're relegated to babysitting.
babysitting and doing dumb side
Yeah.
missions
Dumb stuff.
for what?
Yeah.
Who is
Pirates?
this chick? Why are you
Right.
helping her?
Yeah.
Why have you not connected with the bigger galaxy to help fight the Empire? Like obviously you know the Empire's bad. Do
Yeah.
something about it.
Yeah. But no, we're out treasure hunting and being pirates.
Yeah, this is
Also, we're being Indiana Jones because
yes.
like the whole score of this of this episode was Indiana
Yeah,
Jones.
exactly. Okay, it was Lord of the Rings. It was
Lord of the Rings, Heart of the Mountain.
Heart
Looking
of the
for the Heart
Mountain.
of the Mountain. Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. When he's going through the
Yeah.
temple at the end.
Yep.
Walking across the path and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Right.
Yeah. What else is it?
The music, 100%, when they get inside for the
Yep.
beginning, is the exact music where Indiana Jones is got the staff
Yep.
and he's putting and it's pointing to the right spot of
Yep.
where they're at
Other than that little map.
to find the Ark
Yeah.
of the
Of the
Covenant.
Covenant.
That's the exact music. It's almost like note for note.
Yeah.
It was exact.
Also, there's the Fifth Element in it, like things in
Yeah.
it. It looked just like the Fifth Element with those blocks.
Yep. The block.
She's supposed to be a pirate, which I didn't even realize she was a pirate until this episode, and they didn't even explain it very
And then
well.
she doesn't even want to be called a pirate. She
Right.
wanted to be. She's
It's
like, I
something
prefer the
dumb.
term blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, that's the stupidest thing.
Right,
I've
and
ever
she's
heard.
just
call
talking
yourself a
pirate.
pirate.
And she's just talking herself up, but in like the most annoying way
Yeah.
possible. At
Also-
least Tech calls her out, but
Yeah,
Right.
that's
also,
the only
changes
redeeming
the
quality.
if
story
Honda
every
was
time.
in this episode,
Oh my-
instead of her, it would have been way better.
I wouldn't have cared if it was a side mission.
Yeah,
Because we would have
exactly.
been with Honda. It would have
because
been
I would have been
hilarious.
entertained.
But he would have had a
She-
reason.
She is not entertaining. She is offensive.
Yeah.
She just belittles the Bad Batch
Yeah,
any
makes
chance
them
she
look
gets.
stupid.
Makes them look like idiots, and it's like she calls herself an expert
On
when Tech
something,
is
yeah.
literally bred for
Made,
the stuff
He's a clone
that
for it.
Omega brings back from the field, and she's like, "Oh yeah, let the expert look at it." It's like, are you serious?
Stop
Like
it.
really? Don't do that. That's just dumb.
Like even that
Don't be stupid.
Yeah. Even that dialogue could have been better. Like instead of saying, "Oh, look, let the expert look at it," it could have been like, "Oh,
Can I take a look?
yeah,
Yeah, can I take a look?
you
No,
know."
but everything out of
oh,
her
this
mouth
is a good find right
I'm gonna
here. What
offend
about
you,
this? And he's like, "Oh,
and-
I don't have this in my database." And she's like, "Oh, it's probably because it's a ancient thing that
Yeah.
the Empire doesn't have records
Yeah.
of." Instead of being like, "You
No.
dumb, me
Yeah.
smart, you dumb."
I'm gonna offend you. You're gonna overreact, and then I'm gonna tell you to calm down about it. That's exactly
Goggles.
the brown eyes. She
Brown
calls them
eyes.
brown eyes. I'm like,
What is the
where
point?
did that come from?
Yeah,
like
what-
what's the meaning of that nickname? Why are
is
you
that?
calling them brown eyes?
Like I feel like they were recording this and they were like, "Yeah, we should have nicknames for all of
yeah,
them,
we should
'cause
be
that would
real
so-"
edgy.
It was like it's the dumbest
Like,
thing. It's so
They're
annoying.
like,
Yeah.
just riff. We don't have any lines, Wanda Sykes. We don't have any lines. Just
Yeah,
riff.
just make up your own lines.
Do whatever you want. Make
Yeah.
fun of them though, because you're better than them.
Yeah.
Like, you're so much better than them.
Right.
That they can't wait to hear the next thing come out of your
Yeah.
mouth. And Omega loves you so much
Yeah.
that
She
everything you
literally-
say, she's just gonna be like.
She
even
literally
winked
just
at-
mimics you the whole
Yeah,
time.
follow-
Did you see the
you.
wink that
She-
what's her name Fee gave Omega after like the brown eyes? She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, and Omega's like, you
And
know,
then
it's
she just keeps reiterating everything she says, and I'm like, you sound like an
Yeah,
idiot.
that was
Would you shut up?
that was part of how bad the writing was in this episode. She says like Fee says something and then Omega just slowly repeats
She
it.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
like,
enunciates
"Oh, I
it, and it's
understand."
like, what's the point of that? Also,
She's like,
the amount of Captain Obvious quotes in this
"Oh
in
my
this
goodness."
episode, I'm like,
Sometimes a door
Oh,
is just
look,
a door.
Yeah, sometimes a door's just a door. What?
Aren't most
Okay.
doors just a door?
Oh, look, it opened up a secret passage. We literally just saw the same thing you saw.
Yeah, like-
Why do you have to tell us that?
Do you have audio listeners?
Oh my
you have to
gosh,
describe what's going on in
Is
this
that is that what's
episode?
going on? Are you like
It's
verbally
like
saying what's
they're
happening?
making it out to be a kids show,
Yeah, it's almost
but
like
you can't when you add the third episode.
it's
in
almost
there.
like there's two
Yeah.
different shows going on, and
Yeah.
they couldn't figure out which one to air with,
That's exactly yeah. That's
and
I
they
mean, if
chose wrong. They
That's-
chose poorly.
Yeah,
Speaking
and
of Indiana
also
Jones.
like you said, the diamond or whatever was like the heart of the mountain.
Dude, it was the Arkenstone, except it looked like the little element stone from the fifth.
Yeah,
element.
with slight
Yeah.
variations.
Also,
we had the dragon from
also
Smog,
Smog,
Desolation of
which
Schmaug.
was terrible.
Yeah.
Not even well done.
Yeah. Also,
Pointless.
the heart of the mountain is keeping this dormant
Yes.
creature
let's
dormant
Go, let's go into that.
and taking it out,
It's the stupidest.
turns it on,
opposite of any key.
but putting it back in destroys it.
Whoever designed that
Dude.
was the dumbest. They were
Right?
the dumbest species ever.
Who pitched this in a storyboard? You had to be high off your rocker.
yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And to see it even played out, I was like, I'm losing brain cells. This is stupid. Like, what is going on? What show is this? Am I being punked?
It's like this. It's like, all right, guys, we're gonna build a super weapon, okay,
Yeah.
that can destroy all of our
We're gonna
enemies
take the
that
concept
come here.
from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, it looked
because
just
it's
like that.
literally that whatever creature it is,
dragon,
Yeah.
rowboat dragon.
And-
thing.
robo dragon.
And touching
something.
on that, the theory that people came up with in the trailer when they saw the trailer for Bad Batch season 2, people thought it was like the Empire like made the Zillow Beast a like a mechanical monster. Basically, they used its armor, but then like controlled the Zillow Beast and gave it like a laser beam to like
Yeah.
blow things up because that would be like impenetrable.
Yeah.
It was impenetrable. The
You
armor
know-
of the Zillow Beast.
You know what?
And
that's-
that was a better theory than this
I was
stupid
gonna say,
episode.
you know what
Yeah.
You know what that sounds like? A better story than we got in this
Yeah,
episode.
100%. Way better. I mean, fans can think of a better storyline in 5 seconds
Yeah.
than the people writing this show.
It's like, I hope the next episode is just redeeming.
It's got to be really
But
good too.
God,
That's
like
not-
it's going downhill real fast.
we can't even go there yet because there's
Yeah.
still more crap from this episode that we got to rip.
Do
But-
we have to?
No, let's go back. So
I want to unwatch it.
I know, I do too.
Get the forget me stick.
Yeah.
No, but it's like, all right, we're
I
gonna
never
build a
knew
super
somebody
weapon.
could forget so much so quickly without a severe blow to the head.
If you get that reference, you get a Wookiee cookie.
Wookiee cookie for you.
Going back.
You
out.
get a key to a super weapon. All right, so we're
Yeah.
gonna make a super weapon. It's got one key. All right, but get this.
Or is it? You know what it is?
when you plug it
It's
in,
a
it turns it off.
Yeah. It's a restraining bolt. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. The restraining
But it's got a
bolt.
kill code on it if you put it back in.
So you can only use it once. Okay.
Who does
And it's
that?
got to run forever if you don't want it to be destroyed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it's got to look like a crystal, but
It's
be
literally
liquid. And
sat.
it was weird.
It's literally sat there with a restraining bolt on it pre-Jedi times.
Yeah.
But
No
the
one's
one time
touched
it's
it.
used and you put it back in, it fries and explodes.
Yeah.
What?
It's overloaded. Also,
Okay, put the key in.
also,
All right, it's off.
Yeah, right. It's off.
Take the key out.
Put it back in.
Everything's being destroyed.
Right.
Oh, no. All right, just shut it off for a little while. Maybe we can use it again later. Melt, everything explodes
Blows
and
up.
falls down. What?
Also,
what was the
the-
point of this?
Also, how they found that place, and Fee just uses her knife and like,
Oh yeah.
Literally
Pries
moves
a
the
rock.
whole
Big
rock.
old
The whole
boulder
rock.
out of the
and then
way.
she's like, "Oh, help me out with this." It's like,
muscles.
wait, couldn't you just move the whole rock
Yeah, I was
just
like,
a minute ago? Like,
you
why
just
do you need
did it
his
with
help?
a knife somehow.
Yeah,
And literally, the Bad Batch did absolutely nothing to figure out anything in this
Yeah.
episode. It was all Omega. It was all Fee figuring out the
Yep.
entire
and
like,
they're just,
everything.
They're just
Why
along
was
for
the Bad
ride.
Batch there?
Yeah,
They didn't
exactly.
need to be there.
They didn't. It could have been Fee and
They were
Omega.
there to
and
get made fun of and asked
we could
to
have
help.
followed the Bad Batch going somewhere else, and it would have been better.
Yeah, the writers were like, "Well, the show's Bad Batch, so I guess we'll have them in it.
I guess we'll have
double
to.
We'll give
whammy.
them something to fight. That'll make people happy, right?"
Right. That was
Dumbs.
probably honestly that's probably the only redeeming
If you
quality.
want
and it
Fee
wasn't
and
even that redeeming.
Omega, in a show. Make
Just
a separate
make their
show
own
and
show.
watch it fail miserably.
Yeah.
It's
because
the same.
it's not
the problem
good.
for me is that it's a double whammy because last week it was the same thing, but it was
Yeah.
with Lizard Lady,
Yeah.
who we've seen all through season 1, and she's exactly the same as there's no character arc. She treats them the same way that Fee treated them.
Right.
Exactly.
And they're best friends, so of course. So it's like they basically gave us 2 of the exact same plot lines
Yep.
2 weeks in a row. That's where it's even more hurtful. Because they
Well-
didn't even give us a break in between the beating up on the Bad Batch,
Right.
making it the Omega / whatever other lady character
or
she's
Lizard.
excited about listening to.
Well, as far as
It's just
yeah, sorry.
too bad, too much, too bad,
Too bad, too bad.
Yeah,
too bad,
and-
too bad.
And the poor writing of the show is they've given us literally no reason for why we should like these characters.
Yeah.
Sid or Fee.
Nope.
Because they've done literally nothing but talk.
Yeah.
I mean, really, and they don't even do a very good job of that. The dialogue's garbage, but like they haven't shown us anything that would be like, oh yeah, the Bad Batch should totally stay with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
No, like, I hope they just finally wake up one day and they're like, yeah, we're done. We're out of here.
Yeah.
We're not listening to you anymore.
That was the best part of last episode.
Yeah.
Whenever that dude was
They
like,
hinted towards
the it doesn't
He's
go
like,
both ways.
yeah. He's like, watch
He's like,
out.
maybe come work for me. And I was like, yes,
All
I
right.
like this evil dude more than
Lizard lady.
they're not making any money.
No.
Obviously, nothing's going right with her.
Exactly.
They could
They're not
kill
helping
her
the
in
galaxy.
a half a second.
Yeah.
And they don't.
Right?
it's like
It's like, how long are you going to put up with this, man?
Yeah,
Come on.
it's ridiculous.
Get back to the Bad Batch.
Yeah, seriously, you're an elite fighting.
This is like the milk
Group.
toast batch.
Yeah, yeah. You don't even fight hardly. You just follow a little girl around that you're supposed to be babysitting, but she
Right.
leads the way. Also, the entire season 2, Hunter is the leader of the Bad Batch, and he's literally led like nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess the first
The first-
episode,
Yeah.
the first 2 episodes,
First 2 episodes.
but
That weren't
he
even
had to
good,
be
though.
coerced
No.
into doing it,
Right.
Yeah.
and they didn't even listen to him when he said no, we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And they're all like, well, we all took a vote, so we're going to do it. So
Yep.
why is he in charge of the Bad Batch?
Exactly.
It's like
What's going on? Nobody knows.
also in like
They're
season,
hoping we tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Also in season 7 of Clone Wars, when they introduced the Bad Batch, he's supposed to have like that like electromagnetic like field where he
Yeah.
can like sense stuff like around the
Yeah.
planet,
Mm-hmm.
and like so that's how he could kind of sense that.
That
thing
was
coming?
Wow,
Yeah.
good throwback. That was a good call out.
But-
no, it didn't
Right.
help.
But I was like, he's not used it, but at all basically.
Yeah.
Right.
He used it for a split second, and it was all basically too late.
They've dumbed down the Bad Batch.
Oh, it's so
And
bad.
it was the same thing in the first season.
bad,
Like,
bad.
they
bad,
were
bad,
just they're babysitters. That's all they are now.
bad. Yeah, and they could have cut out the first like 5 minutes of this episode.
Yep.
It was all exposition. It
All
was stupid, and
worthless
annoying.
exposition. I'm not gonna remember anything she said
No.
because none of it was like, oh yeah, that rings a bell.
It'd be different if she was like, "Oh, when I was over with Hondo, we did this crazy mission,
Yeah.
and it was this
Like, at
cool
least
thing."
Tie yourself into something.
Something.
Not just,
Something
oh, it's over
worthwhile.
blah blah blah, and this is the story of blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
Because
okay,
we're taught as the Bad Batch watchers to like the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
That's the show's called the Bad Batch. And even last season they brought in Omega. We're like, okay, so it's kind of actually Omega's show.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
And
Just
now
like it
it's
was young
definitely
Leia
Omega show.
versus Obi-Wan. It was a young
It's the
Leia
young
show.
Leia show.
Okay, fine, but then we do get a couple of moments where the Bad Batch shine. Well, then when they keep bringing in characters to just beat up on the Bad Batch, you're like,
Yeah.
how is this the Bad Batch?
Right? It's like,
And
what?
why are we still watching?
It's like,
this?
what show is this? The
Yeah,
Bad
it's-
Batch or is this Omega show?
It's so bad. So
Decide, please.
it gets frustrating. But then we got episode 3, and we're like, oh, maybe this is actually going to lead to better things. And now we're back 2 episodes of probably the worst garbage we've seen of this.
Yep.
This is
and
the worst.
This
It's-
is 100% the worst.
At least we got they
110%.
tucked in the Mandalorian season 3 trailer in there to kind of like distract you.
Yeah.
Right, and this is like 100% filler episode. There's
Yeah.
nothing in this. Like this is a throwaway episode.
It
you
is.
could
You could
follow the
literally
Bad
not
Batch
watch
story,
and be
not
like,
watch it,
cool.
and
And
learn
not
nothing
know
new.
anything
Yeah.
is missing.
Yeah.
Unless they tie in someone in the future.
Yeah.
It's
yes,
probably
but-
going to be that machine that they found.
Yeah.
Somehow they'll be like,
The
oh,
technology, unless
that was a blah 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 machine.
right, and they have to find more technology like that to find the Empire. But we're probably coming up with a better story than they already have. I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
usually when we come up with these great theories,
They're
they don't
watching
come
it
through
right
at all,
now.
and it's
No.
way
Yeah.
worse
It's
than what we're
like-
all thinking.
Ugh.
We're like, oh, that was
You had gold. and then you took a turd and painted it gold. What are you doing?
What are you doing? And we were watching this episode, and halfway through, I was like, "This is dragging." Like,
It was, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It was definitely.
is this
dragging
almost
on.
over?
It wasn't even I mean, it was even barely a 30-minute episode.
Yeah.
It was like a
just-
bad
there was-
video game.
There was nothing in it.
Yeah,
It was like, where is this going? Nowhere, apparently.
nothing made sense.
They killed a droid, too.
Yeah, I know.
There's no consequences because she has them backed up on her ship or
Yeah.
something. And I'm
It
like,
happened to him
cool,
all the
yeah.
time.
because like nobody can die in the Star Wars universe.
Right.
Looking at you, Marvel.
I was like, why did they bring that droid along in the first
I
place?
don't
And I was like,
He
why is he
didn't do
still
anything
outside?
the entire time?
It was just kind of, that was like the funniest part of the episode. I was like, run, droid!
Right. And he's
He's
like,
like,
and then he dies. And
Yeah.
you're
You're
like,
like,
oh, okay.
oh, okay.
So
There's
that
no-
was the one redeeming quality?
There was
No,
no
not
emotional
even.
weight
It was
to
just
it. It's like,
dumb.
am I supposed to care about this droid?
I think
Like, it's
I-
just,
the
am I supposed
only-
to laugh?
the
Like,
only
what is
point
going on?
Yeah.
was to show that how destructive this creature was.
It literally
there was nothing
shot
else
two
to
laser
destroy on
beams.
this planet.
Destroyed a
Yeah.
2-foot droid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, there's a ship. And even you said, like, how does he know what a ship is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does he
exactly.
know how to
It is.
target it?
Like, the only thing that I was curious about is like clearly the planet is like wrecked.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when they get there, is it
Yeah.
because of that thing having previously wrecked it when
See, I don't
other
think
people
so
came
because if that thing's been hidden the whole time.
for thousands of years?
right.
and
The
thousands
first thought
of-
I had was Operation Cinder from the Empire, which
Yeah.
is, yeah, they went around and torched
A bunch of
planets.
Yeah.
That would
Instead of-
make sense. But there was literally no.
Eventually, there'd be
Evidence.
greenery, though, too. Though.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Like,
it probably
give it
just
20
happened,
Okay.
you know, because like
Oh,
when did
Cinder
that
happened
Yeah,
right at this-
Operation Cinder happened like immediately after
Yeah.
Order 66, practically.
Yeah.
But again, if the Bad
Or
Batch
not
is going to go
immediately,
on a
sorry.
mission, like let
It was a
them at
few
least
years.
lead the mission.
Right.
Yeah.
Like let them
Right.
at least take over.
That's what I
not
said. The old
just
bait
get
and switch.
pushed around by a little kid, and
Yeah.
then like how many times does Hunter have to be like, "Oh, I guess we can go," and then
Right.
Wrecker's of course silly because he's a kid, but he always goes along, and then there's some lady female leader. They're the same thing. Lady female.
Lady
Lady
female.
female.
Leading
There's
the
a lady
way,
female,
encouraging
and there's a woman
Omega to
female.
be like, just do whatever you want. Come on,
Right.
tell him what to do.
Come on, let's go on an adventure.
And like, how many times does a kid have to like do like she put the thing in the wall and she twisted it like, and they're all like falling over and stuff. It's like,
Right.
wait, should you just let us know before you twist it?
It's
Let's
like-
put our thoughts together here.
it's like, how did she even know to twist it?
Or when
Yeah.
they were shining the light on the thing before
Yeah.
Hunter fell, they were staring at it for a solid couple seconds
Right,
before
yeah.
they decided they tell him,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he ends up falling.
Yeah. And it's like,
yeah,
are you people dumb?
and then he falls and they're not like, "Are you okay? Sorry to blah blah."
Yeah.
And then he saves her at the end because she falls clumsily, drops the thing 6 times. Like
Yeah.
it was like the
Yeah.
pacing of it was like
It was
for a 5-year-old. You know
It was
what I mean?
comical.
Like for a 5-year-old to be
Right.
like, oh no, that thing knocked the thing down. Oh no,
How are
she
we
might
gonna-
fall.
How are we going to get it back?
But
But
they're gonna
gotta
have
go and
nightmares
pick
because
it
there's a
up.
giant monster stomping things.
Right.
It's
yeah.
just weird, but you just can't put that up against the episode 3. Now we got people just annihilating
Yeah.
droids and people, and
Yeah.
Give me more of that.
yeah,
Give me
Like
more
assassinations.
clones and
you can't do both
destruction.
at the same time.
Good destruction.
Well,
not
and it
the
was
robot
story. It
destruction.
moved the story along. That
Yeah.
was the biggest thing of episode 3 was it moved the story along more than any other episode
Yeah.
of season 2. Other
Yeah.
than like Count Dooku stuff and the planet, but even that was like, okay, it didn't really move the
And
story
Omega
along.
still was just
Right.
like getting him into trouble and not listening.
That's
doing
all
stuff.
she does. She almost gets him killed in almost every
Every episode.
episode.
Yep.
And then she
It's
she
just always
goes
her idea.
along. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what I mean. If they had pushed Omega off on her own kid show after
Yeah.
season 1, yeah, and it's the Omega show.
Yeah,
that would have
yeah,
been kind of
that's fine.
cool.
Go for it. I won't watch it, but go for it.
Right, go for
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
But little kids might enjoy it, little girls or whatever that want to be
Right.
cool, because she's cool, on that level.
Right.
But when you put her up against the Bad Batch, who is like better than Rex, maybe better than all these other clones as a group,
They're supposed to be anyway.
they're supposed to be. And
Right.
now here
Not
they
in
are.
this
I haven't
show.
seen
Now
it
here they
other
are
than
following
the
around
Rogue
Omega, saving her from the alien that was going to get her.
Yeah.
Because she's like, pew, pew, pew,
They
pew.
got the kid gloves on in this
Right.
episode. They stapled them on.
Well, they still
They were not taking them off.
They were like, these are not moving.
These are not. These are.
I have super glue on my hands.
they're like the gloves, like the blow up gloves that you have
Yeah,
that you, when
yeah.
you punch people.
right.
Exactly.
Or the Hulk gloves.
Yeah.
But they're
I've had
super
them.
glued to your hands.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is that they still haven't given us a solid reason of why Omega's important.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
in season
Who is she?
1,
Who
it's
does she
just
become?
because she's an unaltered clone, although we know that's not true because she's a female.
Yep.
Right.
So you can't have a clone,
You can't be
100% clone.
unaltered and
Only
switch
female
gender
clones.
like
So
that.
it's an altered clone, but didn't have basically any like sped up
Yeah.
gene or
Right.
aging.
Right, but she's female.
So
instead of male.
she's-
so she's still altered.
So she's Boba Fett, but a girl, and that's what
Yeah.
makes her more valuable, and that's why the Empire wants her, and that's why they sent Cad Bane
Yeah.
to get her. I mean, they haven't gone that arc at all.
yeah.
And this.
Oh, yeah,
So
also,
you're
yeah,
like, why
where's-
are we still hiding from the Empire?
Where is
Why
Cad
is she
Bane?
important? Why do we care?
Where are the bounty hunters trying to go after her?
Yeah,
Right?
you think they would have found her
Like,
by
what?
now?
Are there only 2 bounty hunters and it's Cad Bane and what's her face?
Fennec Shan.
Fennec Shan.
Yeah.
Like, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
Well,
no
and
other
Cad
bounty
Bane-
hunters are in the universe
and Cad
right now?
Bane wouldn't have given up that easy.
Right.
No, he would have been like, yeah,
Cad
we're
Bane
going to
still
find
would
her.
be
Cad Bane
hunting
would have
them.
already
Yeah.
found him 3 to 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. So it's just bad. Oh my
Bad
goodness.
batch.
The baddest of
Bad
the bad
batch.
batch.
I don't know how much more we can rip apart
We
this
can rant.
episode.
Yeah,
You guys got
it's
anything
just-
else? Because I'm just getting more and more annoyed.
We were
thinking
looking
about
for
this episode.
something to
Yeah.
redeem.
Dumpster fire of an episode.
There's no redemption.
No.
You have chosen poorly in every
You
way.
have chosen.
Not even the reference to Indiana Jones. It like belittled Indiana Jones.
It
So,
did.
like,
It didn't
don't,
even
don't,
work.
don't. This isn't a cool
It was
Indiana
a bad
Jones reference.
ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
The worst
Bad.
ripoff. And the Bad Batch was lame. It checked out every negative box that we've loathed. So hopefully this is truly the bottom. We can only go
We
up
can
from
hope
here and
Oh man.
move on to better days.
I hope so. So
Greener
if, like,
pastures.
so if episode 3 was the
That's
what did you call it, Matt? It wa-
baseline.
the baseline.
That's
Yeah.
what you want to go from.
That's
Of-
what you need to have it at.
Yeah.
Like
But
the level
yeah.
all the
include
time.
all the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
So this is
Exactly.
the baseline of of what not to do.
This is the lower. This is bedrock.
Yeah.
You can't get any lower than
You
this.
literally can't. We're talking Minecraft.
I hope.
You can't dig it.
Yeah, you can't dig it.
All right, yeah. What would make it better? Kill off Sid, kill off Fee, or at least get him out of the show, get rid of Omega, or at least give us a
You don't
reason
have
for
to
why
kill
we
her, I
care
guess.
Yeah,
about
but-
Omega. And for the love of God, stop letting her make decisions in
Yeah.
the show.
She's just gonna get them all killed eventually, and we're gonna be like,
Really?
we saw this coming a mile away.
And she trusts these people that the Bad Batch doesn't trust, but then they
Yeah.
all trust her apparently unequivocally,
It's just,
and they
it's
just
just
follow
all
her.
sorts of goofy. Like logic just goes right out. Logic and reason just go right out the window. They're like, oh, okay.
How many times can tech be like, I don't think this is a good idea?
Yeah.
And they just go
Oh
along.
yeah, but then they're like, yeah, shut up, white
Brown
guy.
eyes.
You don't know anything.
Brown
What,
eyes.
man?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Settle down.
Hey, next week's episode's called Tribe. What do you think? Up,
Tribe?
down? You going up? We're going down? Because
After
I want to
this,
see.
I
I want to
thought-
see Matt's flow chart again. I want to see his flow chart.
Yeah, give us
Okay.
an updated flow
Well,
chart.
now I got to
Flow chart.
readjust it because
Right.
this
Yeah.
was
This was
horrible. Horrible?
Tor-
Terrible.
It was
Oh,
horrible.
And I can't go any lower than this table. And I think
Yeah.
that's where I started at the beginning.
And we're gonna punch.
No,
through
you
this
started
table.
like
It
here.
was like
Well-
you were like 4 feet off the table.
You're like
1
here.
and 2. 3. 4.
Yeah.
All right, and then
Five. You startled me with that.
Yeah.
I'm awake.
And then the next one, we're just gonna punch through the table.
If it's that bad, yeah. Get out of my head.
We need to get,
Get
a
out of my
breakthrough
head,
table
man.
so I can do that.
Breakaway table.
It's just it's a slider.
He literally just picks up a chair and just hits me over the head with it. I'm like, "Ah."
all right.
That was more exciting than the
This
episode.
week we're gonna have
So-
an episode 5 rant video.
Yeah,
It's just gonna come out
it
a
was
1
just
minute rant.
Terrible.
It's you
That's
can't get
great.
any worse. than
Literally, we could make a better episode with what we just talk.
Here's
talk
what I
about.
hope happens for episode 6, called Tribe.
5.
No,
No,
episode
it's 6.
Episode 6.
It's
Tribe is 6.
I,
yeah.
I was
What's gonna-
wrong.
What
You
I
were right.
hope happens is like, they show up on a planet. We think it's gonna be a filler episode. All right, Omega's leading the charge
Right.
as normal. She steps off.
She gets hit in the
Indians
head.
or a native tribe immediately capture her and take her away.
Yep.
and
then
burn her at the stake.
Hunter becomes the leader of the Bad Batch again.
Bandana boy.
And then he's like, you know what? She's not worth it. And then they just leave.
No. They do their best. They try to save her,
But she ends up.
dies.
But she ends up getting taken off planet. And they
but
can't
it's a
find her
tragic
anymore.
death.
It's a tragic death.
Not so tragic.
You know, we've been promised Wookiee with a lightsaber.
Yeah, where's he at?
We've been promised.
Maybe
Rex.
that's it. Yeah,
Get out of my
Rex.
head, man.
They're going to Kashyyyk or something.
We thought this one was going to be Rex. Kite and I were watching. We're like, this could be Rex.
That would be awesome.
That's what we were hoping.
Yeah,
But
that would have been great.
you know, we're promised Rex. We're promised a Wookiee lightsaber. You know, there's
we got good things potentially. on the
there's
horizon.
10 more episodes. You know, so there
not
could
making me
be.
too confident.
and
Yeah, after
they're not
this
doing a great
episode,
job.
I am
So
back
far,
to like
they're
just-
1 for 5. So if that trend continues, we got 2 more good episodes and 10 more garbage.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Please.
Oh, that bombshell.
I think I'm.
Oh!
If
think
if
I'm
we
gonna
hit a
have to
bomb
leave.
next week, I don't know. If we hit a bomb, that's 3 in a row. 3 strikes, you're out.
Well, I wouldn't say last week was a complete bomb. There were redeeming elements. in
Yeah, that's
last week.
fine.
Like Teo.
Fact checker, you got something?
But don't give me Lizard Lady
No,
ever
my
again.
goodness, ever.
Get her out
Or
of there.
Fee.
Leave her.
Or Fee. Get him out of there.
Well, I just looked up who wrote episode 6,
Yeah.
and it's Jennifer Corbett, who helped create the Bad Batch series with Favreau. So
Hopefully it's better.
That's possibly good.
Well,
Yeah.
keep talking to your
hope
mic
so.
though for a sec, because you also did some
Check, check.
research. You also did some research as to who directed this episode. Who was
Oh.
that?
directed was Nathaniel Villanueva.
And we think
Oh.
he's Danielle or Dan?
Dan-
What did you say?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Oh my
Nathaniel.
God, sorry. Okay.
Nathaniel?
Look, I don't know.
Denathiel?
Dyslexia is kicking in hard.
Dyslexia.
people.
and
Dyslexia.
Christopher.
No, but so who wrote it? This episode.
Christopher
potentially?
Yost
Which-
wrote it.
Yost.
We looked up some of his writing, and he's actually got a decent
Yeah.
passive writing. So I'm not
Don't know
sure
where it
it's-
went wrong.
Yeah, I don't know where, unless he just like phoned it in hard, because that's
Yeah.
what it seems like easy paycheck type deal. Like
Right,
it
like,
doesn't matter. It's for
You
kids.
guys
care
want me
that
to write
much?
an episode? Okay.
But we're thinking it might be the director, because I forget what the director did. Not very much.
Storyboard.
Was a storyboard artist.
Storyboardist.
Not that you can't cross over, but go back to the storyboarding, because this was terrible. Please.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like,
I'm not saying
retry,
lose your job. I'm just
but,
saying go
like,
back to your job.
Right.
do better next
You've
time.
tried directing. You failed.
We think.
You
Otherwise,
failed, so you can't be a director anymore.
The only other thing it felt like was like Kathleen Kennedy we've discussed was like, all right, Indiana Jones is coming out. Get people hyped for Indiana Jones
Yeah.
subliminally,
Yeah.
but then it's just like overt.
And it was just like over the head. Like,
And who's
I'm
watching
being-
that? That's gonna watch.
I'm being force fed this, and I don't want it.
It's just
Well,
terrible.
and then
because
here-
they own it.
Here's the synopsis for this episode.
Oh, yeah.
for
for this
episode
episode?
5.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
While searching a junkyard for useful salvage, Omega and Wrecker find an ancient compass containing a set of coordinates toward the uncharted Kaldar trinary that carry the promise of treasure. This is not important. Who cares? Feed Genoa and Omega persuade the Bad Batch to set out for the system. Yeah, that was an easy persuasion.
Yeah, there wasn't a
Where
lot
the
of
compass
persuading.
leads them to Scaranal, the resting place of a legendary crystal, the heart of the mountain.
Okay.
So they got these
Yeah.
Star Wars names, fine, and then they bring in the heart of the mountain, whatever. The heart of Tafiti is all I think of.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
find the stone, but upon removing it, Scaranal is revealed as an ancient doomsday mech, which begins running amok. The Bad Batch and Genoa manage to return the crystal, which deactivates and destroys the machine.
And it melts the crystal.
And that's
It
the
doesn't.
synopsis. That's the synopsis. Genoa, did she really help return it? No, she
mean,
failed and
she could've-
failed
she
and
could've
argued
died.
them. And she's like, "You guys take care of that animal. I'm just gonna go down here and fall around
Yeah,
for 20
Right,
minutes."
yeah, I'm gonna stand up, have it in my hand, and the laser's gonna go off.
She
and
would
then
have
I'm
been-
gonna fumble it around.
Oh man.
She would have
like
been
Terrell
cooler.
Owens trying to catch a football.
Why are you coming at Terrell for?
You know,
Have you
coming
ever
at
seen
him,
him
man?
try to catch a football?
Why are you
My
coming at
guy's
him?
one of the best receivers.
you know what would have
Yeah.
made her cooler though?
But he would ham it up sometimes.
Football talk.
He'd just
Star
be
Wars.
fiddling it around like I'm like, dude, just catch it.
Playing the
Come
fiddle.
on.
Did you
I-
say fiddling around?
Fiddling
I
around.
like the part where it was teetering on the edge, and then the thing like stomped his foot down, boom, and then it fell.
And then she's like,
That's what I'm talking about for 5-year-olds. But here's what would have been cooler: is if she could have actually pulled a Hondo. She could have gotten off the thing, got in their ship, and taken off
without them.
without them.
And then they would have been stuck there.
She's just, and then that would have made sense, right? She's a pirate.
that
She
would've
got
made-
her booty. She got out of there.
got her booty out of there.
You know, and then now the Bad Batch has a challenge.
Yeah.
Now they got to figure out how to take
I
this
would've
thing
preferred
out.
that.
Yeah.
And they can fight, and then
Omega
Omega
will
will
learn
learn
a
a lesson.
Yeah,
You can't
good.
trust everybody. Go on every mission that everybody asks you to go on.
Yep.
Not everything works out in the end. Sometimes your booty gets booted.
Booty gets booted.
How many times can we say
Right?
booty?
I just
Haven't flagged
rewrote the episode. There's a synopsis that works.
That
See,
could be-
that
yeah,
story
yeah.
that you just came up with
Is way better
is
than what
10
we just
times
watched.
better than what
'Cause
we just watched.
Yeah.
Bait and switch, right? Now you're doubled down on that, and now there's actually something cool. Now there's actual stakes.
Right now we're
There's-
waiting for the next
and
episode.
you
'cause
progress
one-
Now they're
thing.
stranded. Now they got to find a way off.
And
Now
you
they could
progress
run
the
into.
story.
Now they've run into the Wookiee on that planet, or I don't
With
know.
like that one change, you just progress the story 10 times.
Literally, it was the end of the show that you changed, like hardly,
yeah.
and it could make it.
It made
a million
way
times
more
better.
sense.
Well, as Nick said, there was no payoff.
There
If there was
wasn't.
some kind of payoff,
They're
then
literally
it
gonna
takes
go-
care of everything.
They're literally gonna go back. It's literally them just failing missions.
Right.
This is the whole show.
Oh, and apparently the Bad Batch owe her now because she had to put
Yeah,
the
right. Because
key
she was
back
the one
in.
that put the key back
She
in.
didn't get
She
her
was the one
money.
that got him
She
into that
had
mess
to-
in the first place.
She had to lose her bounty.
Did she
Her
pay
bounty.
the fuel?
Booty
Her
bounty.
booty.
She lost her dang booty on this one.
Right.
Yeah, and what did Lizard Lady know that they were not doing what she told them to do? That she's off
Right.
with Fee, and then
Where-
who paid the
yeah.
gas for the
Maybe
trip?
Fee
I don't
and
know.
Lizard Lady fight to the death.
Honestly, they're just trying to get him killed at this point. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
betting each other, like, "Oh, I bet you I can take him on a mission and get him killed."
The
Before
only the only thing
Yeah.
that would make them worth it at all is if they were working for the Empire the whole time.
yeah,
And it was
that I could get behind.
and they were
but,
literally
like,
just betraying them the whole
you-
time. trying
you
to get them
need
And they're
to
killed.
calling
do
the
it.
Empire, and they're like, "Guess what we made him do this?"
oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. They're gonna come
Papa
back.
Palp's on the other side.
He's like, oh, seriously?
He's like, "Whoa!"
that's
He's like,
insidious.
"They're so stupid." He's like, you mean they just followed you everywhere you went?
Right.
They had no idea. Even Omega was
You're
in
telling,
on it.
You're telling me they're being led around by a 10-year-old,
And we're
Wow.
looking for them.
right? And we're looking for them. How have we not killed these people?
Maybe
yet?
we should just keep having fun. We're
Yeah,
not
right.
worried about them anymore.
Yeah, we we just made them feel like they were special,
Right.
but they're not at all.
yeah.
There's nothing going on in this world. And
Wow.
It's just delete.
It's
Wow.
so funny.
And on that, I think that's a perfect way to end this.
It is.
Let's rate this out of
0.
5.
I don't even know if I can go to 0.
-1.
All right. So yeah, what's your score then? Nick?
0.
Yeah.
Point
Wow.
0.5. What's the 0.5?
Uh,
Our
one
There
second.
isn't.
There was. What did I say?
I know what my 0 would be.
Yeah, the action.
oh
of them
fighting
fighting that
fighting
lizard
the
thing.
lizard thing,
Yeah.
which
That's
was
what I
like
was-
0.2
that's probably-
seconds of the
that's
episode.
I was gonna
Probably.
say 0.1 because like Wrecker spinning around the thing and tossing it out the
Yeah.
window.
Also,
But
he's
that
like
was it.
super strong when it's convenient for the story, though.
All right.
Like-
Did you see that part where he like grabbed its leg, but he like
And then
didn't
got
do
kicked
anything?
off.
And it just
And then
kicked
the
him.
leg was he just like shrugged it off and then kicked him, and I was like,
Maybe he
"What are
gets
you doing?"
he gets his
dodged.
strength from getting beat up real quick,
Yeah.
and then he
Yeah.
He's
can
like
do
the
it.
Hulk, basically.
He's always
gets
angry.
The more
Raged.
angry he gets,
Yeah.
the stronger he gets. Apparently. All right,
He's a
what's
little-
your?
That's my
He's
secret.
got a few
I'm
bolt,
always
a
angry.
few screws loose up there.
All right, Matt. What's your?
You gave it a
Oh,
point.
you point
Point
one.
one.
All right, Dan.
I'll
what
give it a
about you?
0.25 because I liked the look of that barren planet
Yeah,
from the sky when they flew in.
I can dig it.
That's it. I like the look of that planet. I'm like, this planet could be interesting, and then the rest was horrible.
Yeah, I give it a 0.15.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't even know if it's worth that at
I
this
don't even
point.
know.
yeah.
There's really not much.
We want a refund.
The ship.
I wanna
looked-
I didn't even
Unwatch
pay
that
anything.
episode.
I want a refund.
Yeah.
I want you to pay me for watching your episode.
How about we just rate it like this?
Yeah,
Like if it was Roman Coliseum times and you're like, let them live, let them die, I would have been like,
they're dead.
they're dead.
dead.
The show
They're so
is
dead.
terminated.
Now, if Hondo was in it, if Hondo was in the episode,
He's funny.
it would have
He's
been good.
It would have been amazing.
Yeah.
It's like they think they're funny, but they're not at all. It's just
See, no,
annoying.
they're
Not
just-
even
they come
writing
off-
comedy.
They come off as condescending,
yeah.
Yeah.
annoying,
But that's
and just
Well,
Like,
what they think.
But that's
is
what they
there's
think
nothing
feminism
funny.
should be. That's what
Right.
they think feminism should be. Right.
Like,
there.
oh, you're strong and independent. It's,
it's
like,
funny for
yeah, that's
them.
fine,
'cause
but like,
a lot of
why
times-
are you
yeah.
berating everybody?
a lot of times
And
with
you
comedy,
know better
they have
than anybody else. Like, come on.
they have some kind of a comedy track if it's supposed to be fun. Like Tail,
Totally
the music
expert
lightened
looking.
up a
Tail
little
was
bit.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the music
Tail was
lightened up where there
hilarious.
was no music, so you were able to deliver
Yeah.
a funny line. But this one had like kind of serious Indiana Jones style adventure music going
yeah.
with her tone, and it just didn't
And
work.
that was the whole thing.
No.
There was no payoff for that serious
No.
tone.
Yeah, there wasn't anything
Like,
serious.
if there
happening.
was, like you said, if there
Yeah.
were high stakes, it would have been better. But there was nothing.
Yeah, there was one moment.
Nothing happened.
There's one moment. Okay, whenever they finally like they're stuck in that tomb room or whatever, where they
Tomb room.
they figured out the lights line things up, whatever. You're
Yeah.
so smart, and it took 10 minutes to get there. It felt like,
Right.
and then you finally lined it up, and then the door opens, and the music's like, "You found the Holy Grail," and
Right.
it was like lights should be beaming out, and
Right.
they just found everything like a
They just
golden
found
treasure.
literally just walked
That was
through
the
a
music, and
doorway.
I was like,
And it's like,
they opened it.
They found
figured-
a hallway.
They found a hallway.
look at
Okay.
you. You did something. Gold star for you.
Yeah, it was like, why are
What?
we making this such an epic moment when, like,
Nothing happened.
You
You
opened the
literally
door.
opened the door. I shall go down in history as a man who opened a door.
Sometimes a door
So you
is
get
just
that
a door.
reference?
Sometimes a door
Fantastic.
is just a door.
all right, we could keep going on this, but we got to get the heck out of here. We all rated it. It's straight garbage.
It's bad.
Please don't watch this. If you've made it this far in the
Thank
episode,
you.
in our episode, thank you for watching. Hopefully you agree with us. If not, come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Give us some reasons as to why it was good.
Yeah.
I want to hear them. I know you
Don't
know.
be like,
reason.
oh, it's just an adventure for the lifetime. No, that's
No.
not a good
No,
enough
that's
reason.
not
It's the
a
Bad
reason.
Batch.
Stupid
You're not
reason.
supposed to be going on pirate
Right.
missions.
Yeah, no pirates
Also,
here.
you didn't even come away with an artifact like Indiana Jones would do.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, he didn't even. Yeah,
Over two.
Yeah.
You swing and a miss.
And you couldn't even put it in a museum.
Belongs in a museum.
And you know whose museum it
so
should
do
be?
you.
It should be.
Should be what's his face?
Yeah.
From
Get in my head.
What's his name?
Take his name.
What's his name?
I need his name.
From Night at the Museum.
No,
No,
from Solo.
No, it's. No, Andor.
Andor,
Yeah,
yeah.
what's his name? Shoot.
Luthen
Luthen.
Rail.
Yes.
Luthen.
It would be in his.
Luthen's
What's his last
museum.
name?
Rail.
Rail.
Rail. Luthen Rail.
R-A-E-L.
R-E-A-L.
Rail.
Man, he is so good, that character.
That's
love
how you
that
write a.
guy.
That's
That
how you
is
write
how
a
you
character.
write a
That's how you
character.
write a character. That's
We
how you
went
write
from
dialogue.
Andor to this dumpster fire.
Maybe
Oh
we
my
can write a
goodness.
really good fan film now. Maybe we know what not to do. And now we
way
actually
better
can
than
write
this.
Dude, we knew what not to do 10 years ago.
We knew not to
they,
do this.
They didn't know what not to
They
do.
didn't know what not to do.
They just got out of film school and they got to be super edgy and
Yeah.
redundant.
And subvert expectations, even if
Ooh.
even if you're when you
Oh.
subvert those expectations, you
Mm.
make something worse than what the expectations are. You don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
If you're gonna subvert expectations, make it better than what the expectations are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't make
how.
them worse. That's the problem. They keep doing that. They're like,
Yeah.
this is what they're
They're like, people are
expecting.
going to love this.
Because think about it. This show still
We-
cost
we
a lot of
don't-
money to
we
make.
don't love
They're
this.
And
Yeah.
if somebody's sitting back there like, it's okay, just throw away like 4 of them. Just make them horrible. Like,
right.
Yeah.
but you're paying this
It's for
actress
kids,
to come
it doesn't
in.
matter. That's like that's almost.
I feel
what
like
they're
that's
saying.
what their attitude
Yeah.
is. They're
Well,
like,
you
oh, it's
pay
a
it,
kid's
but
show,
why
it
would you
doesn't really
pay an
matter.
actress to come
Well,
in that is
Right.
like kind of famous
least
and
young
then
kids.
not make it? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're actually adding effort to this, so they put extra thought into this episode. Is what is sad about it, because they brought in a custom actor or actress for this.
Right.
You know what
Custom.
I mean? And maybe
They
she's
made
going to be
that
there
actor.
more than once or twice, which makes me even more annoyed.
Yeah.
If she is a
been there
reoccurring on the
twice
show
already.
on the season,
And
that's
both
gonna be
times she's condescending and just
Annoying.
abrasive.
annoying.
And
Like,
it's like,
just
I don't
like
like you.
Sid, you're like, what? Why are we supposed to like her? We're not supposed to like her because she's not nice to the Bad Batch. She's a bloviator and she lies and she
Yep. A manipulator.
grandizes everything that she's
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Even the Bad Batch is like she's just bloviating, like
Yeah.
Hondo, and then she's mean to them. And
The story changes every time she tells it.
yeah, it's not funny, and she's not funny. Hondo's at
It's
least
not.
funny to make up for it.
Agreed.
He's just hilarious.
Well, and he
lightens
gets
the
things
mood.
done, and he actually like has a point, and he accomplishes it or doesn't. And when he doesn't, it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
He knows when he's failed.
Yeah, but he always has a plan B as well.
yep.
Like he's always got a way out. He's always trying to do something. It's hilarious.
Like I said, that scene, that one episode.
he's a
from
true
Rebels,
pirate.
Yeah, that one episode from Rebels where Ezra betrays him, and he's like, "You betrayed me." He's like, I've never been more proud.
Yes, that defines Hondo. It's hilarious.
Oh,
Well done. Well said, Dan. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what bloviated means. Sometimes
I don't think that's a real word. It might be.
Sometimes I like
I'm
big
gonna
words.
add it to my dictionary, and it's gonna be a word.
bloviated.
Yeah,
It's like
I like it.
bloated, but
Talk at length, especially
Talk
in
at
an
length.
inflated or empty way.
Fact checker coming in for the
coming in
backup.
clutch.
Coming in clutch.
Clutch.
Nice.
I feel like that's like literally the defining term for both Sid and Fee.
Yes, 100%.
Let's just talk a bunch of crap that nobody can substantiate, and this is how we survive.
Let's just get Andor in here and
They're
let's
professional-
move the show along
professional
by taking both of them out.
They're professional bullcrap talkers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that's what they are.
that's the short we need to make. We need to have Sid and Fee show up, and they're just talking away, and then Andor just shows up and shoots them both, and
Yep.
we can finally get on to something good.
So let it be written, so let it be done.
So let it be done.
So that'll be done. The greater good.
The greater good, seriously. All right, we gotta get out of here. We've been going for way too long because we hated this episode so much.
This is
Again,
bad.
thank you for
Don't watch
watching. We hope that we've earned a like, a comment, and a subscribe.
Speaking
Speaking
of
of which, we
subscribers.
should have got to this a while
Oh
ago.
man,
It's
Oh,
okay.
God.
We're gonna celebrate
worth
this
it.
now. We officially got to 200 subscribers, people,
Yeah.
and look what YouTube sent us.
Look.
We-
Can you read
Oh
it?
no.
We totally
Oh,
didn't
no.
make this.
Right.
It's too bright.
We totally didn't make it, but it says.
Just hold it still and we'll
No,
see
okay,
it.
okay.
Almost.
It's too. It's
Angle
too.
it.
We're too bright.
Look,
Right there.
this is what you get from YouTube whenever you get to 200 subscribers.
we promise you'll get it.
Yeah, it says presented to Hawk Studio Productions for getting 200 real life subscribers. We're gonna frame this and put it on the back wall.
We are definitely gonna frame this
It's gonna
and
be.
put it on the
It's
back
gonna,
wall.
it's gonna be great. There you go. Now
It's
you
gonna
got
be
it.
hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't just draw this before the show either. I'm not. Yeah.
We
No,
actu-
YouTube totally sent it to us.
Yeah.
And there's actually a thing, you know.
Yeah!
Yeah.
We made it.
Oh, you should have misspelt subscribers. That would have been hilarious.
Wow. That would have been better.
Subscribers.
Wow.
Oh,
we
but
know how to
ser-
subscribe.
But seriously, thank you for subscribing. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. We've been working hard on this show. We've been having a lot of fun. We hope you guys have been having fun along with us, talking about Star Wars, talking about all things as well, because we talk about a lot of things. And 200 subscribers, baby! 200
Still going.
subscribers. All right, and next we want to get to 300 subscribers, okay?
I was gonna say 200,000, but okay.
So all
Baby
200 of
steps,
you
baby
tell
steps.
all 200 of you tell one half of a person, and
Yeah.
we'll get to 300 really quick.
One half of a person.
So we get half subscriptions. It's
Right,
like
yeah.
Right.
200.5.
We have 200.5.
Like, how is that even possible?
How does that work?
We break expectations.
Yeah,
We
right.
know how to break them. But once we get to imagine the celebration when we get to 1,000. I mean, this is
my
gonna
God.
be.
If
That's
this-
the ultimate.
It'll be on cardstock paper. That
We will be
We're
older.
going up in the world.
We'll be older than that mech on that planet.
Yeah.
Thousands of years.
Hey, we got
Hey,
it.
you never know. We got to we gained like 10 in like a week, wasn't it?
Something like that. It took us like 3 years to get to 100. Hey, it only took us like 3 months to
we
get
are
to
s-
200. If we extrapolate that out,
Hey,
bloviate,
I don't know the
Extrapolation.
math, but
Bloviation.
At least it's-
manipulate.
I'd say a month we
Precipitation.
get to 300 then.
Yeah, we can
Math.
do that.
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying, right?
All
We'll get
right.
to at
Bring
least 2,000 by the end of this year.
I don't know math.
Definitely.
I don't do math.
So thank you everybody who subscribed. If you're a new subscriber here, we thank you. And also everybody who's out there, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about us, because we're here every Wednesday breaking down Star Wars. Good, bad, the ugly, the good, the bad again, because today was terrible.
So next episode's gonna be ugly.
Hopefully it won't be.
Hopefully not.
If it's ugly, at least maybe it'll be good.
Yeah.
Good and ugly.
Good and ugly. Good and ugly.
No, but we appreciate you being here with us. At least I do. Nick doesn't ever.
No.
But,
Go away.
you know,
Matt
Wes-
sometimes does.
And Matt sometimes does, and Dan runs the show.
I'm just trying to break the show so nobody can watch it. 200 subscribers.
200 subscribers!
200
Just love how
subscribers.
proud we are of that.
Too many buttons.
We are. We're very proud. It's
We're gonna
hard
look
work.
back in about 20 years and be like, man,
So much time wasted.
so
I'm
much.
joking.
Wow.
Why did we even try?
Wow. No.
Failure
We
is the
subvert
greatest
expectations.
lesson.
We subvert expectations. We deliver better expectations.
We deliver better stories.
We do, seriously. We should just be writing our stories down
should.
and making our own stuff.
And
which
send
we
it
will
to Disney
one day.
and be like, this is what you should have done. But you're idiots. And now it's copyrighted, so you can't use it.
We just send them a letter each week
Yeah.
telling them how bad they failed.
Dear
this week.
Disney, you guys suck at this. You
Disney
should
will be
quit.
like,
Give it back to George Lucas.
Sell it.
Signed, stay on target. P.S. You still suck.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else have any final thoughts?
no,
I don't.
I don't. I want to unwatch that episode.
unwatch, but yeah, keep watching this channel because we'll have funny videos come out. I'm sure that'll make fun of it. Hopefully,
Or don't.
Yeah, if
don't.
you haven't checked out our shorts, we got a lot of shorts that come up every week. They're hilarious. And if you
Fun.
came here from a short, thank you. We hope you enjoyed the
Snort.
long
What
format.
if you are short, thanks for coming.
Yes.
We're
Don't
tall.
get-
Hey.
We don't discriminate.
Now, Mr. Frodo, don't get short with me.
This is why the framing is always off because we're just way too tall.
We're way too tough.
Yeah, I'm actually hunched over. I'm actually folded in half
6'7"
under
and
this
in
table.
the NBA.
And in the NBA. What
That's
team
the
do you play for?
I don't know.
You don't know.
That's the funny thing. We're
Spell
all
NBA.
we all play professional sports,
See?
and here we are with
Yeah.
200
Cute.
subscribers talking about Star Wars.
It's because we refuse to use
Yeah.
our famous
We're
sports.
not
Yeah.
going to talk about what we know or even acknowledge it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sports and stuff.
Sports and stuff.
And things about sports.
Yeah.
No, they know who we are. They saw our fan films. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, I know how good these guys are.
And you might think we're idiots. And it's because it's mostly true.
I just imagine Nick as a professional bowler for some reason.
Yes.
I heard
could-
today
I
that
could do that.
bowlers carry like a semi truck full of bowling balls with them.
What?
To, like tournaments. Like
Okay.
tons of bowling
That's like
balls.
The Rock taking his gym everywhere he
Right.
goes.
Yeah, seriously though. They take like
They're working
apparently
out with their
hundreds of
bowling
bowling balls and stuff.
All right. Oh my gosh.
That's what one person
A
told me.
semi
Maybe
truck?
Maybe
like
they
the
lied
actual
to me.
truck or like the trailer and the truck?
I don't know if
That'd
it's
be a
just a
heavy
trailer
semi-truck.
or if
Yeah,
it's
right.
like a it would be.
It's not the trailer. It's just the semi truck.
Think about like
not
It's
the
full of bowling
It's
balls.
just the cab.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just
if
the
you're a
cab.
professional bowler,
There's
that
no
would be an
tires.
expensive thing because they all have to be
mean
custom
that.
fit to your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you gain weight in your fingers?
You can't. It's a hard life being a professional bowler.
Right?
That's
You're
where
like,
all
gotta
my
stay
Oh
fit
my
in the
gosh.
my
fingers.
weight always goes to my fingers
Right.
every time I have a
Could you
donut.
imagine like just your hand just inflating? Oh,
That's how
I
like
can't fit in my
that's-
bowling ball anymore.
that's how the competition takes you out. They like slip some sort of like food that like makes you bloat up
the chicken
day
fingers.
before.
Does
They
this
gave me
bowling ball
chicken
make me look
fingers.
fat?
Right?
Come on, sausage fingers.
Come
we got a
on,
game to play.
sausage fingers.
Don't let me down now.
Don't let me down now.
Oh man.
You
All
gotta
right.
Put, you got to put
I
bacon
don't
grease on
know.
your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slip it.
Few
man.
slices of bacon. Put the grease
That's what
on
you eat
there.
right before you're like,
Yeah. Gotta
I don't know where this just
oil
went.
up the ball.
yeah, the tribe episode. That's what the next one's about. Bowling.
Bowling.
Bacon fingers.
Bacon finger bowling, if you know what I mean. All right, let's get out of here.
I don't know.
I
what
don't
it
either.
means.
Thanks for watching.
doesn't
We got to
mean
go before we
anything.
start
Oh,
talking
this
about
is
something
bad.
else dumb.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. We'll be here next week. Get out. I don't want to see your face anymore.
Hey, that's my bit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you be angry. I love you.
I hate you.
Goodbye.
Good riddance.
Dang it.
That was a test.
Not afraid of anything. You're not. Just got a problem with gravity. It weighs you down. We're going up high. Why we keep going up high? Ooh, on the wings of a Keeradaks, flying robots made to attack. Way up high, way up high. On the wings of a Keeradaks, flying robots they do attack. The robot said, "Why?" Yeah. We had the subtitles on. We sure did. We're talking at the same time. Yeah. Echo's got a problem with memories. He was plugged into the system, now he's gonna freeze. Do you think he speaks Joey? Yeah! On the wings of a Keeradaks, flying robots, they do attack. Way up high, way up high. On the wings of a Keeradaks, flying robots, they do attack. Way up high. The robot said, why?